Hello there, I'm Thomas from She Died in a Parking Lot. This is part 7 of my video series where I want to take you through my music composition process and show you some music production tips. If you can, please listen with some headphones or some good speakers. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss the next video of the series. So let's make a beat, synthwave style, and today I show you how to add some movement to your track using automation. Now for this next step, I want to add some life and movement to our track. And for that, we are going to use automation. In our case, an automation is making our DAW perform a task over time. So it could be moving a fader, a knob, or whatever. To do that, I'm going to listen the track part by part and decide which instrument and which parameter of that instrument we can move. Here at the beginning, I think we could do a nice movement with the bass filter right there. So you can open the automation mode in Logic by clicking this button right there or by just pushing A on your keyboard. Here we go. Let's zoom in a bit. And before doing our automation right there, I want to show you something really nice. So to automate a parameter, you can go to this box right there, click on it, and find the parameter you want to automate. Or you can go to Mix on the top right there. And here it's automatically select automation parameter in read mode, in good French right there. Now let's say I want to automate the cutoff frequency. I just have to click on it. And as you can see, Logic selected the automation lane for that parameter. Let's double click to make some automation points. And let's say here we want to start a cutoff a bit high. That way, the cutoff filter is going to open and let more bass pass as we go through the intro. So let's hear that. Sometimes that straight line of automation will not sound natural to the ears. One thing you can do is to curve it. So in Logic, you can use one of your tools here and select the automation curve tool right there. You can also do that by pressing T and W, or in our case right there, simply push Control Shift and drag with our mouse. And here we go. So you got all the curves you need, and let's try something like that. Okay, let's move on to a next parameter. I think we could automate the reverb on the plucks right there. So here we go, we're already on it. An easy way to create points for your automation is by using the marquee tool, or in my case using Command, Select, and just click. And now I have points at the beginning and the end of my selection. So here we want more reverb for our plucks. Let's try something like that. Delete this point and curve this, something like that. Alright, I feel we could automate and add some contrast on the drums by adding a reverb to it. So let's add chroma verb right there. Okay, let me tweak the reverb real quick. Now I don't want the full reverb all the time, so maybe for our A part, just a bit of reverb, and we can add a bit more on the B parts, you know, so it seems louder. I think we could try that on all our B parts, something like that, and at the end right there, oh, let's not forget our tom break. Good. We could do the same thing on the plucks. Let's have a bit more reverb on them, on the B parts. And really more at the end, for example. What can we do now? I think we can create more contrast on the pre-B part here, but on the drums, I feel we could have just the kick. So let's try to remove everything here. Actually, let's not remove it, but mute it in case I want to change it again. I know it's here. Let's just put a kick on each fourth. And let's try to add some reverb little by little. Control Shift, and here we go, something like that. Noise. For the pad, let's try to darken them a bit on the A parts. So let's open our EQ right there, put a high cut on them. Okay, let's see what we can do with our filter. I know I want the full pads on the B parts. Here we'll do another scale. Let's try that and do something similar at the end. Okay, that's a bit too subtle for what I wanted to do, so let's try to be a bit more extreme and cut it a bit more. Alright, let's try that. Let's try to curve that so it's a bit more natural, something like that. Let's try to do something similar there. Let's copy paste our points right there by holding Options and drag, Command C, and right there, Command V, and we are set. We could do something for the plugs on the bridge right there. Let's try to have them deep in the reverb at the beginning of that. I think the reverb automation works quite well here, but I feel we could automate the decay of our synth right there. Alright, so let's click on it, add some points, and maybe we could try with a longer decay so it shortens. Let's try to curve it. Let's create even more contrast by cutting the lows a bit more on our pads in the break. Let's leave it like that for now. And let's also add some reverb on the leads, on the B parts, just a bit more. You can also play with the dry and wet percentage. Let's try on this one to have more reverb and less dry signal. Let's try the same thing with the drums to go to our B prime to bridge. Works well. I also wanted to cut some bass frequency of our bass on the A parts to create more depth for the B parts, but I think it could be nice to just cut it on the whole mix. You can do that a few different ways. You can go to track and show output track, so it's going to create the stereo output. However, you can't click on the parameter and modify the automation as you would do on a normal track. So let's just hide it. So we're going to open our mixer with X, select the track which are going to the output and route them to whatever bus you want. So now this is going to be my mix bus. Right click on it and create track. So now we have the track of our output right there. Let's add an EQ, the low cut we wanted, click on the parameter and voila. Let's try to cut around, yeah, around 70, something like that. Let's see how it sounds. Hey, maybe cut it a bit more on the pre-B part, so we have full bass for the B. Let's try that. Okay, let's do the same thing on A right there. Was around 68, excellent. Let's scale our bass cutoff for our 2B parts, just to create a tiny bit more of contrast. Something like that. I'm just going to control select the points, Command C, Command V. If you enjoyed the video, let me know what you think in the comments and feel free to ask me any questions. If that's not already done, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next steps of this video series. Thank you so much for watching, I'll see you next time.